Good afternoon. Today is Wednesday, April 10th, and we have some birthdays today. We have a couple Jills. They have birthdays today. Jill Kennedy, it's your birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Jill. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. It's also Jill Wilbur's birthday, so Jill, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Jill. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. It's also Davina. Skinny jeans for lifetime. Davina. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Davina. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. And last but not least is Sherry, and the name of her channel is On the Bourbon Trail. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Sherry. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. Well, I hope you all have a great, great birthday. Oh, I've had a busy day today so far. I woke up this morning and laid in bed for an hour, which I have to get out of that habit. It's a bad habit. Now that the weather's getting nicer and I can get outside a little bit more because it's nice out. It's almost 70 degrees today. Thus, no hooded sweatshirt for me, although I do have a flannel shirt on. But I got up and I did all of our online bookings, our online boarding pass. I think that's what I did for our cruise coming up on the 29th. Well, the cruise is actually May 1st to May 8th. But we're flying into Seattle on the 29th, and we're going to stay in Seattle Monday overnight and then leave Tuesday night. We're going to drive to Vancouver because my cousin Lynn is flying into Vancouver. She lives in Toronto, and they're renting a car because they're going to visit friends and stuff like that. So they're going in a couple days earlier, or the day earlier. I don't know, whatever it is. They're going to be driving to Seattle and then going to the Mariners game that night. Jim and I, we're not going to go to the baseball game. We're going to do something else. But I think Paul and Kathy are going with them too. I think the 5 of them are going. Bertie and her sister-in-law Sue are flying right into Vancouver on Tuesday, so we'll just see them on Tuesday. It turns out Denise and Gary are not going now because they don't have anybody to keep an eye on Kylie. And then if Mary is able to get out earlier, then Denise is just going to stay here at the house with her. Because my house is, my mother lived with me, so I have handicap bars to get in and out of the house, and I have a walk-in shower, I have handicap toilets, I have a porta potty thingy, not a porta potty, but like a chairlift to sit on the seat. Even though it's a handicap, it's got the handles that you can hang on to. I have a walker. We have the room all set up. It's got a little chair in there. It's got a TV in the bed, so it's kind of conducive for Mary being here. So if she gets to, we talked to the social worker yesterday. And her insurance covers her till the 19th, and then they'll do another reassessment. And they say that, judging by how her progress is right now, they'll just renew her for another 19 days. So that would put her, like, right around the day I'm coming back from Alaska. So we'll see what's going to go with that. We were talking to her yesterday about maybe her and Don getting like a small apartment in an assisted living place. Don has his medical issues anyhow, and they just need someone to take care of the both of them. They didn't have any children. Well, Don has a son, but other than that, they don't, Mary and Don didn't have any children together. So it would just be better for the both of them. And Mary's concerned about what would happen with Don if she was to die before him. And this way that she would be at ease to know that if she did pass before him, at least he'd have a place that somebody would take care of him. They have a very small house on a lot of property. So I don't think they'd have any problem selling their house. It's enough property that if people wanted to add on to the house to make it bigger, because it's just very, very small. It's like a small living room, a small kitchen, and then 2 bedrooms and a bath. It has a basement, but I think it's less than 1,000 square feet, but I think it's sitting on like 3 or 4 acres of land. So, I mean, the land would be what would be the selling feature for the house. So, we're just kind of like tossing that all around to see what's going to go with that. You never know what the future's going to bring. So, just take it a day at a time. She's feeling really good today. The fall out of the chair yesterday didn't affect her as far as getting hurt or anything like that. Her therapist wanted me to be there for her therapy today just to show me how different things that she needs to do. So Jim and I drove over there because we knew what time her therapy was. And we watched her. And, well, she's a little social butterfly. Let me tell you, she's got friends all around the place, which doesn't surprise me. But the one lady is 92. She fell and broke her hip. But she was getting around pretty good. I guess she's pretty close to being able to go home. And then there was another guy, he's 97, and he had a knee replacement. I'm hoping that the reason he had a knee replacement is that he fell and broke his knee, because I'd hate to think that somebody gave him a knee replacement at 97 years old. I mean, that's quite the surgery to recover from. I mean, it's not all that difficult, but if you're 97, but he was going up and down the stairs, no problem. He was moving around, so he was doing that. But what was funny is because Mary's friend Sharon had come, and she was sitting in the chair, and then Mary was saying, "Oh, could somebody get me my water? Could you hold my water?" And so Sharon got up and held her water. And then she had a blanket wrapped around her, and she says, "Oh, could somebody put the blanket on me?" Well, I know I'm mean. I guess I'm mean, but I'm thinking you can do that. I mean, I know it's hard, and I know it takes a little while, but you're not going to get better if somebody's always waiting on you. And maybe for the fact that she's going to live on with me, I don't want her to get into the habit of thinking I'm going to wait on her hand and foot, because I'll do whatever she needs me to do that she's not capable of doing. But if she's capable of doing it, but it just takes a little while for her to do it, what is she doing anyhow? I know that sounds cruel, but I don't mean it to sound cruel. I just think that she has to do better. And the point being is when Sharon got up to go and help her with the blanket, the therapist come over, the physical therapist came over, and she says, "What are you doing?" And Sharon says, "Oh, she wanted the blanket on her shoulder." And she says she is fully capable of doing that. And Mary says, "But it hurts my arm when I raise it up." And she said, "Well, then that's good exercise for you, because that's what we're working on. We're working on your arm too." Because Mary has some kind of a shoulder injury too. And not from the fall yesterday, just from previous. And she says, "But it takes me so long." And she said, "Well, you're going to have to do it." And so she looked at us and she says, "I'm being a bossy. I'm telling you that don't do this for her. She can do this. I know she can do it. It just takes her a little while." And so I said, I wasn't going to do it anyhow. And I look at Sharon. I said, "It was her." And Sharon says, "Oh yeah, throw me under the bus." So we sat there, and you know what? It didn't take her half as long as I thought it would. It took her a minute. I'm going to say it took her a minute, but she got it on perfectly, like somebody else would have put it around her shoulders. And I said, "See, Mary, you can do it. You're just thinking that somebody's going to wait on you all the time." And she says, "Well, it's nice if somebody will wait on me." And I go, "It's nice if somebody waits on you if you're capable of doing it anyhow, I guess. But no, you want to learn how to do this by yourself, because you said you don't want to be here any longer than you have to be." And she says, "No, I don't. I want to get out of here." I said, "Well, then you need to get better at taking care of yourself." So she said, You're right. So we stayed and watched her do her therapy. Then we left and went to Kroger's and got some stuff for the dinner tomorrow. We're doing Danny's birthday tomorrow. His birthday's not actually till next Thursday, but we're doing it tomorrow. And he picked lasagna. And Christy's making him a homemade carrot cake. So I won't be tempted, because I like carrots and I love cake, but no carrot cake for me. No. And Christy makes it straight from scratch, everything. Like Joan. She does everything from scratch when she makes her cake. So everybody's going to love the cake. But I did make some brownies, which I do like brownies. But the kids like brownies. So there won't be any left. And then I'm not going to my meeting tomorrow, because the meeting's at the same time that we're having our dinner. So I do plan on weighing myself on my own scale and going from there and just judging it from that. I weighed myself before I left for the meeting last week, because I knew that I wasn't going to be able to make it this week. And I wrote that in a little calendar I have like a little pocket calendar. So I wrote that weigh in, which was a little bit different than the weigh in at Weight Watchers. I don't know why, but at Weight Watchers, I think I was like a little bit less. I think. I'd have to look at my tracker. But I'm going to go by what my scale said last week. I'm going to weigh myself at the same time, wearing the same clothes, like just before I would go to a meeting, which is just before we would be eating dinner anyhow. And I'm going to go from there to see how I did. And I'll let you know tomorrow how I did. And then next week, I do plan on going to the actual meeting to see how I like my new leader. It seems kind of dark. I have a light on and everything, but the filming seems kind of dark. I don't know. So, other than that, I don't really going to watch my Survivor and my Amazing Race tonight. I've figured out the pattern for all the Chicago shows. They're new and then a repeat, then new, then a repeat, then new, then a repeat. So I guess gone are the days when I was growing up. They had like September 1st, the first week in September, they started the showing the shows, and they didn't show them. They showed them right until May. I think there was like 37 or 42 episodes, and they didn't have repeats. So like when you watch them now, they're like a repeat now. But no, now they do like 10 and then they go on a break, and because they get too much money. Well, I'd like to get that much money, though. I really would. That would be nice. So I guess that's going to do it. So I'll check in tomorrow. Hopefully Mary's friend is going to come. She's got, her friend is not seamstress, is a hairdresser. And so she's going to come one day next week and cut her hair. So maybe when Mary feels she's a little bit more presentable, we'll get her on the video, because she's doing really well. She's getting stronger every day. And she's appreciating all the thoughts and prayers that you guys are sending her way. So like, comment, subscribe, and share, and we'll talk again tomorrow. How's that sound?